everyone, today I've got The Bad Batch, Episode 10, Disney Plus review. This second to last episode of this series is called Common Ground. What could possibly be resolved and found out here? So as far as the story goes, the Bad Batch find themselves going to a planet to help get a captured Separatist leader rescued, despite their personal political feelings about the matter. And what's even worse is they are leaving Omega behind to stay with Sid. Now, if that doesn't remind you of the time Grogu was staying behind after the Mandalorian had to go on a mission that would be considered dangerous, perhaps you didn't watch that show too. The Bad Batch meet up with Sid's client, who is a droid that assisted the Separatist leader. Right off the bat, I know, okay, we're sort of getting this like cool down from, seeing Omega do anything like at all, because basically when she's with the Bad Batch, what else is she like contributing to? Like I said a few videos ago, and I was sort of questioning, how reliable is she? And I can agree that, yeah, the more dangerous situations the Bad Batch are getting themselves into, of course it would not be safe for Omega to be around, especially considering she's like a high value target, especially for bounty hunters. I did also mention that whole, repetitiveness with the plot points that I feel like I had seen in another Star Wars show, and it didn't actually bother me here because at least I liked what they were letting Omega do in the meantime. So as far as the casting goes, while I do feel bad for Omega, who has constantly tried to prove herself, even though sometimes I feel like she causes things to happen which aren't necessarily her fault, but I actually liked her interactions with Sid, and they were nice to see because, Sid's quite a character in themselves, but then seeing Omega, in this sort of bar-looking area and playing games, I thought like that was all really cool. When Hunter mentioned Omega's name while on the mission, he forgot she wasn't even there, and I wonder if he regrets not having her around. But I think he was doing the right thing, trying to protect her. And even though I wasn't a fan of Captain Bragg, I loved seeing a woman in this position. I feel like we hadn't seen anything like that in the original Star Wars trilogy, but I feel like in the new trilogy, women were getting more positions of power and working for the Empire, and that's pre-Captain Phasma. So I think that's pretty cool that they were starting to do this here. So the things that I liked about this episode was that I loved the location design for the planet that the Bad Batch go on, and just seeing the buildings and just the style. It almost feels medieval, yet futuristic and science fiction-y, and I really liked you get the better of both worlds here, and I was laughing my head off watching the episode, and it does have some action here and there, so I did also get excited while watching it too. And there's a nod to A New Hope with that hologram game, speaking of games, and that truth serum that, Darth Vader was going to give to Leia. The former Omega was great at and helped out the group paying off their debt. So, I guess maybe she doesn't do well with her weapons, but I guess her biggest weapon is her intellect, especially playing that holographic game. I feel like there's a name for that, but I don't know off the top of my head what it is. You guys can let me know. So overall, I would say that I really enjoyed watching this episode. I thought it was, pretty decent. It was unique, and, it had a lot of things going for it that, I just really feel gave these characters more depth to them. So I really liked it. So I would still recommend seeing this episode, and I would give this 5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of The Bad Batch episode 10. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates. Come back every week for a Trail Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And I'll see you guys later.